This title race isn't just a battle of philosophies, it's a psychological war.
Again, I just want to say about Manchester City, I said today that they are like in Formula 1. They have the best driver, but Arsenal got the best car.
On one side, Arteta has built a disciplined unit with a fearless bunker mentality. On the other hand, Guardiola has cultivated a culture of ruthless adaptability, engineered to peak precisely when the pressure is highest.
Foden plays it in, Haaland! Good save, Haaland again! 1-0 City!
With the season on a knife's edge, one of these mental frameworks is about to break. We will analyze the cultural fabric of both clubs to determine which mindset, Arteta's disciplined cohesion or Guardiola's late-season ruthlessness, is built to survive the final, brutal weeks. To understand Arsenal's fortress, you have to look back at Arteta's 5-phase plan to rebuild the club's identity. It began with addressing a core weakness. The team was once defensively fragile, often relying on a 3-4-3 formation that left them vulnerable. The first major change was a tactical shift to a more structured 4-2-3-1 system. This adjustment wasn't just about changing numbers on a formation sheet, it was about re-establishing control, bringing back a disciplined press, and creating a cohesive unit that defended as one. This pivoted the foundation for the psychological strength we see today.
We're the real deal, and they are the real deal. They've got an unbelievable squad they've got together, and at the moment, it looks impossible for them to lose. And I say that because they don't even have a shot against them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They don't even have a shot against them.
But a solid defensive shape alone doesn't win titles, especially not against Manchester City. Arsenal needed another weapon, an edge that opponents couldn't easily prepare for. That led to a quiet revolution on the training ground, centered on dead ball situations. While the world focused on their open play tactics, Arsenal were perfecting a system to turn every corner and free kick into a high-percentage scoring opportunity.
It honestly doesn't matter who you're playing. When you have that in your armour, then it's just another way that you're going to win the game. And sometimes they do rely on it. And win this game today, 100% they relied on it.
This meticulous preparation, it's supported by key personnel who make the defensive machine work. The central defensive pairing of Gabriel and Saliba provides a rock-solid core.
The new and improved version of Rio and Vidic. Gabriel and Saliba.
I think they're the best pairing in Europe. They both can still do a lot of what the other one can do as well.
While the midfield shield of Declan Rice and Zubimendi acts as the first line of defense, breaking up play before it can ever threaten the backline. This defensive solidity is what fuels the team's bunker mentality, allowing them to control the tempo of games, grind out narrow victories, and feel almost unbreakable. The system's evolution didn't stop there. It culminated into a tactically flexible machine that can adapt its shape mid-match. Players like Jurrien Timber and Declan Rice are used in multiple roles, shifting from defense to midfield to counter whatever an opponent throws at them. This adaptability creates a multi-layered defensive system, where the press is relentless and the backline remains compact. Yet, their true secret weapon is how they turn that defensive strength into potent attacks. Their set-piece strategy is built on 5 key principles: orientation, to control where defenders are looking; disruption, to block runners and create chaos; misdirection, to draw attention away from the real target; isolation, to create one-on-one matchups; and framing, positioning players around the back post to convert any loose balls. This approach has been so effective that set pieces have accounted for nearly 70% of their goals. This attention to detail, combined with a deep squad of players ready to perform, has conditioned Arsenal to handle the immense pressure of a title run-in. Their rigid structure and collective discipline have made them formidable. But is that bunker strong enough to withstand the fluid, adaptive storm that is Manchester City? Just as the league thought it had deciphered Pep Guardiola's system, he wrote the entire manual. Manchester City are now faster, more direct and more unpredictable than ever before.
From a West Ham point of view, with City, as you mentioned, 5 wins on the spin, 17 goals scored. They're looking the real deal. They've got 2 away fixtures coming up, which will be difficult on paper. They've got Forest and Sunderland. You know, that's 2 games. If they pass the test and they go 7 wins on the spin, that is some serious pressure on Arsenal.
This wasn't just a minor tweak, it was a fundamental change to a winning formula. The seeds for this evolution were planted after a challenging 2024 campaign, a season Guardiola himself himself described as a season of survival. That experience exposed a vulnerability. Opponents had learned how to sit deep and frustrate City's patient, possession-based approach.
And I like last season. The worst season always was there. Last season was not good, right? In terms of results, especially. No, it was not bad, but especially in 2-3 months, we didn't win games.
It forced a complete rethink. One designed not only to reignite the team's hunger, but also to present a new puzzle that opponents hadn't yet solved. The challenge was complex: how to increase the speed of attack and break down compact defenses without sacrificing the ball-dominant control that is the hallmark of any Guardiola team. This meant moving away from some of the rigid positional play and giving a new generation of attackers the freedom to create chaos.
A lot of the Manchester City players would have chosen to, I'm going to play this ball sideways and back and sideways again. This guy with a far more offensive approach says, you know what, I got the big guy over there. Why am I going to knock the ball over here when I can just play him there? I can hit this ball there and have him go get it. Have him go get it. Is there anybody else in the world inside the 18-yard box that you would prefer going to go get a ball? A cross, an incoming cross. In the world, name me somebody that can go and get a ball better than Erling Haaland.
The tactical solution was a decisive shift toward vertical progression. Instead of patiently circulating the ball on the perimeter, City now prioritize aggressive through balls and rapid combinations designed to break lines quickly. This directness catches teams off guard, as they are still organized to defend against the older, slower style of build-up. This new model is built around a dynamic central spine of creative talent. You can see it in the way players like Jeremy Doku are used. He doesn't stay wide, he makes aggressive drifts into central areas, creating overloads and pulling defenders out of position. This movement is complemented by Phil Foden, who's taken on a deeper, more influential role in the midfield. This redesigned system relies heavily on new arrivals, who fit the vertical model perfectly. Doku's ability to operate both inside and out is crucial for destabilizing compact defensive blocks, creating the small pockets of space a player like Ryan Cherki thrives in. Cherki's vision and passing range provide the final decisive ball for Erling Haaland, turning a quick transition into a goal-scoring opportunity in seconds.
There's a semi-final of a league. I know Keith Andrews is new and he's doing pretty well actually. Bearing in mind they sold all the best front men in the summer.
Foden's deeper positioning is perhaps the most critical component of this entire approach. By receiving the ball earlier in the build-up, he can turn and drive directly at the heart of the opposition. This connects the midfield to the attack almost instantly, creating rapid attacks straight through the center of the pitch. The whole system is engineered to maximize the strengths of Erling Haaland. His intelligent runs and anticipation are the focal point for these quick vertical attacks. He's no longer just waiting in the box, his movement dictates how and when City accelerate their play. This all ties into Guardiola's core philosophy of peaking at precisely the right time. He uses the early months of the season to build fitness, absorb information about opponents, and fine-tune his system in the background. Then, in the final decisive stretch, he unleashes this evolved monster on the league. City have become a more fluid, adaptive machine, capable of winning games in multiple ways. But can this new aggressive approach maintain its composure against Arsenal's suffocating, structured press? This title will be decided in the margins, where the two systems clash directly. These final matches often boil down to key individual matchups across the pitch. The contest that grabs the headlines is Phil Foden versus Bukayo Saka. But the true battle is one of styles. It's City's rapid, fluid attack against Arsenal's heavily disciplined, organized defensive block. The question is who forces whom to break rhythm first. We'll analyze the Foden-Saka debate beyond just their statistics. Their roles for their respective teams are fundamentally different. Foden operates with fluid, central creativity, dropping deep to connect play and drive City's vertical attacks. He's the engine of their new system.
Not feel all of us, we struggled me first, but it happened. But when Phil is in that level, when playing between the lines in the pockets, and it doesn't matter what happened, his first contact, his turn, and after his generosity, planning, fighting, and as much Phil is happy and love, enjoy, the rest, you don't have to say much, because he's a special player, but we need his goals, definitely.
Saka, on the other hand, provides consistent goal involvement from the right wing, stretching defences and acting as a clear leader for Arsenal. His contributions are more about relentless end product.
I'm going to stay with Bukayo Saka today because he's a 24-year-old veteran, this young man. He was vice-captain. He was the one player who looked like he would get on the ball and wanted to take people on. He puts a delivery in twice for the corner and the second own goal that ends up being the winner. He's a little diamond who's come through the academy who, when teammates looked a little bit nervy.
The winner of this matchup isn't about who scores more, but whose function proves more decisive in breaking the other team down. Another critical battle takes place at the other end of the pitch. Erling Haaland's intelligent movement poses a constant threat, and how he tests the rock-solid partnership of Gabriel and Saliba will be pivotal. Arsenal's duo has been almost unbreakable.
Your pillar of strength is your two centre-backs, trust me. Saliba and Gabriel are the best partnership in the league. I've been saying it for the last 2 and a bit years. They are the best partnership in the Premier League, but the best partnership is these two. They cover each other. One goes in, one goes short. They trust each other. They cajole, they push each other on. They look like they're battling to be the best between them, let alone everybody else.
But their ability to contain the world's most effective striker, that will be their greatest test. The war in midfield is just as critical. City's new look engine, featuring the creative movements of Foden, Reinders, Cherki and Doku, must find a way to navigate the relentless, coordinated pressure of Arsenal's high press. The core tactical conflict of this entire rivalry comes down to transitions. Arsenal's pressing triggers are meticulously designed to create chaos in specific areas and win the ball high up the pitch, close to City's goal. They want to suffocate City before an attack can even begin. In direct contrast, City's newfound transitional speed, it's specifically engineered to exploit the exact space that a high press leaves behind. Every time Arsenal commits players forward to press, they're opening up channels for City to launch a rapid, vertical counter-attack. It's a high-stakes tactical gamble from both sides. Adding to this, City must find a way to counter Arsenal's formidable set-piece threat. It's been a clear advantage for Arsenal all season, and an area City must solve to secure the title. This whole dynamic creates an ultimate cat-and-mouse game between Arteta's calculated intensity and Guardiola's proven flexibility. Each manager is constantly trying to solve the new puzzle the other presents on the field. The team that can best impose its will in these crucial one-on-one and tactical battles will gain the vital psychological edge needed to finally cross the finish line first. So, who breaks first? The answer lies in the contrasting mentalities forged by each manager. Arteta has built a fortress on discipline and collective belief, a true bunker mentality. In the other corner, Guardiola has cultivated a culture of ruthless adaptability, built on the hard-won experience of winning when the pressure is at its absolute peak. The team that ultimately lifts the trophy will be the one whose psychological framework proves the most resilient in these brutal final weeks. Will it be Arteta's unwavering structural discipline, or Guardiola's battle-hardened experience in the art of the title run-in?